Guess what I did last week? I went to a septic pumping. Yay for me! Hi, I'm Francine Viola, Realtor in Olympia, Washington, helping both buyers and sellers. And a couple of weeks ago, I attended a septic inspection and pumping for one of my buyers. Usually, I'm able to get out of doing things like this, but sometimes duty calls. Many homes in the Olympia area will have a septic system. If you're not used to this or familiar with it, it's not something to be afraid of, and it shouldn't be a deterrent when shopping for your next home. A study done in 2016 stated that there are about 53,000 septic systems in Thurston County. According to the 2019 census, there are about 112 households. So a home on a septic system is rather common here. The benefits are you don't have a monthly sewer bill, but you will need to get the tank pumped every 3 to 5 years. The basics of a septic system are all the household water goes into the septic tank, where the solids sink to the bottom and the liquid goes out to the drain field. All of the household water, not just when you flush the toilet, all water from the house goes to the septic system. So when you take a shower, do the dishes, run your washing machine, all of it goes to the septic tank. Here, the solids sink to the bottom of the tank. There is lighter stuff that floats to the top as a scum layer, and in the middle is the liquid called effluent. The effluent flows into a second chamber for a second filtering out of solids and scum, and then it goes either out to the drain field, or in this case, it went to a pump chamber that pumped the liquid to the drain field. Here's Marcello from Goebel Septic Service.
So this is a septic tank. This is a 1,200 gallon, 2-compartment septic tank. This is where the solids are. Everything from the house comes into this part of the tank. This is called the clarifying chamber. So a gallon of water comes in and then a gallon of water goes over here. The clarifying chamber is kind of like a P-trap before your pump chamber, so it'll grab any small granule, any little laundry fibers or anything like that, any sludge. I'm going to check with my mirror and make sure it's got an outlet baffle. It's got its wall baffles and an inlet baffle. Then the fluid comes over into this one here, and this one is the pump chamber. And it's a 2-compartment pump chamber, which is really good. So like you have the clarifying chamber, so there's a wall, there's a divider in the septic tank. There's another one for the pump chamber, if the as-bilt's right. I'm gonna know here in a minute. And it is. And this one's got a filter in it. That little white handle is a filter, and that should be pulled out and washed off about once a year. Can you grab my hook for me? We'll pull it up. It's probably really nasty. It kind of sucks. It's covered with beauty bark and everything. This one, it might be a good idea to try to not keep as covered up. We're gonna rinse it off today. But this filter, so everything comes around like this, and then comes into the last one. This filter is going to be the last barrier before this pump chamber. And this is the effluent filter. They have to pull it out and rinse it off about once a year. Yeah, just get a rubber glove or have a neighbor or a relative do it. And I always say to pick a holiday or a birthday. That's the best way to remember. That way you don't forget. Mother's Day or your father-in-law's birthday or something like that. And so then the rest of the water gravity feeds over into this guy. And then this is the pump chamber. And then the pump, the way this works is it will lift up a float and it will dose the drain field. I'm sorry, to lift the float, it'll turn the timer on in the box, and the timer will dose the drain field. And that way, it's so that your drain field's not overloaded. So it's a pressurized drain field. It's not a gravity-fed drain field.
The drain field is a very important component and the most expensive component to remedy if it fails. The drain field is comprised of long pipes with holes. The liquid seeps out of these holes and is sanitized as it filters through the sand. These pipes are not very deep, usually about 6 inches or so, so this is why it's very important to know where your drain field is so you don't drive over it, build a shed over it, or plant trees or shrubs over it. You want to keep this area clear so that the drain field can do its job of managing the wastewater. For a real estate transaction, it is at the seller's cost to inspect and pump the septic system and to send the report to Thurston County for their approval. This is called the time of transfer paperwork that is needed before we can close on a home. Ideally, we want the sellers to have the septic pumped and inspected before listing the home because this whole process can take several weeks. It's not as bad as you might guess. It's not a bed of roses, but it's not something that's gonna make you pass out either. The septic installer will have provided a drawing known as an as-built of where the tanks and the drain field are. Now, not all drawings look like this. Many times they look like this. And sometimes a drawing isn't available at all, so the current septic pumper will need to determine its location. This will be provided to you, but you can also find these reports and drawings on onlinerme.com. Have a professional septic pumper pump and inspect your system every 3 to 5 years. Use less water. Reducing the amount of household water you use can increase the lifespan of the system. Too much water may not allow enough time for the liquid and solids to separate, causing the solids to pass to the drain field, which can clog the drain field, and that is really bad. Keep sprinklers and extra water off of the drain field. And of course, do not drive your car or anything heavy over the drain field. Don't add septic additives. Septic pumpers say these additives can destroy the good bacteria in the system. Along with this, don't put strong cleaning products down the drain like bleach. Only flush toilet paper and human waste and limit garbage disposal use. Many pumpers will advise not to have a garbage disposal at all. With proper care and regular pumpings and inspections, your septic system can last for decades. One last word about septic systems. It's also very common here to have a step sewer system. I call this a hybrid of a septic and a sewer system. Homes with step sewer systems will have a tank buried on the property, but instead of the effluent going to a drain field, it goes to the city sewer system. The city maintains the tank, and you will have a monthly sewer bill. If you are looking to make a move to the Olympia area, contact me today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.